Princess Neve of the Lyrian Empire sat alone in her room. Her large purple eyes looked out at the stars through the window of her room on the biggest ship in her family's fleet. Her long fingers touched the metal supports on her legs. She was born different from other Lyrians. Normal Lyrians could make their skin glow to talk to each other. Neve could not do this. Her skin stayed pale blue and did not change or glow much. This made her different. This made her unwanted. Small metal pieces sat at the back of her neck. They made a soft sound. These helped her talk to others, but they also showed everyone she was not like them. At 27 years old, she should have been married to someone from an important family. This would have made her family stronger. But no one wanted to marry her. They thought she was broken. So her family sent her away on trips to planets with simple people who did not know better. Princess, we have reached Earth, said Mira from the door. Mira was her helper. The humans are waiting for you. Neve looked up. Humans. They were not very important in space. They had only just learned how to travel to nearby planets. But somehow they had found out about the Karaki warships waiting at the edge of their star system. Maybe these simple humans could be useful after all. What no one knew was that Neve's problem gave her a special gift. She could feel the Kiriki moving through space in a way no one else could. She could sense them using paths in space that others could not see. This gift had saved many lives, but no one knew it was her. No one would listen if she told them. Neve stood up slowly. Her metal leg supports made soft sounds as they helped her walk. She smoothed her long silver dress and checked that her crown sat right on her head. It was important to look like a real princess, even if no one treated her like one. Did father send any new messages? She asked Mira. Mira looked down. No, princess. The emperor is busy with the war plans. Of course he was. Neve had not spoken to her father in 3 months. He was too busy to talk to his broken daughter. Her mother had died 5 years ago. Since then, no one really cared what happened to Neve. The humans, Neve said. Tell me about them again. Mira touched a small screen on her arm. A picture of Earth appeared in the air. They are very young as a space-traveling people, only 75 years since their first trip to their moon. They have small ships that can reach nearby planets. They are divided into many countries but have one space force. They call it the United Defense Force. Neve nodded. And they detected the Kiriki? Yes, princess. Their deep space monitors found something moving at the edge of their system. They sent messages asking for help. The Emperor sent you because I am not needed for real work. Neve finished. I am just good enough to talk to primitive humans. Mira did not answer. She did not need to. They both knew it was true. Neve walked to her special chair. It would carry her to the shuttle that would take her down to Earth. Her legs hurt when she walked too long. As she sat, she felt a sudden pain in her head. She closed her eyes and saw them, the Kiraki ships. They were moving faster than expected, closer, hungry. Princess, are you well? Mira asked, worried. Neve opened her eyes. We must hurry. The Kiraki are coming sooner than we thought. Her guards came into the room, 4 tall Lyrian men with skin that flashed with colors. They did not look at her directly. They never did. It made them uncomfortable to see a Lyrian who could not glow back. The human delegation is small, the head guard said. 5 of them. Their weapons are simple. We have scanned them. Neve nodded. Remember, we are here to warn them and offer limited help. Those are my father's orders. What she did not say was that she planned to do more than that. The Kiraki had destroyed her mother's home world. They had eaten everything there, plants, animals, people, even the soil itself. They left nothing but bare rock. Neve had been 10 years old when it happened. She remembered her mother crying, begging the emperor to save her people. He had tried but was too late. Now the Kiraki were here, at Earth. Neve may be broken, unwanted, and ignored, but she would not let another world die if she could help it. The shuttle ride to Earth was smooth. Neve watched through the window as the blue planet grew larger. It was beautiful. Blue oceans, white clouds, green and brown land. So much life. The Karaki would feast for years if they reached it. As the shuttle landed, Neve checked her translator. It would change her words to English so the humans could understand her. She wondered what they would be like. Would they stare at her metal supports? Would they know she was different from normal Lyrians? Would they care? The shuttle door opened. Bright sunlight came in. Neve blinked her large eyes. The air smelled different here, rich with plants and water. She took a deep breath. Her guards moved around her, making a wall with their bodies. Her chair floated forward to the door. Outside, a line of humans waited. They wore dark blue uniforms with silver buttons. Their skin colors ranged from light pink to dark brown. Their eyes were fixed on her with wonder and fear. One woman stood in front of the others. She had brown skin and short black hair. Her uniform had more marks on it than the others. She must be the leader. But it was not her that caught Neve's attention. It was another woman standing just behind the leader. She had light brown hair pulled back tightly and skin the color of sand. Her eyes were green, not purple like Lyrians, and they did not look at Neve with fear or wonder. They looked at her with something else. Something like understanding. This human woman was studying Neve's face, her chair, her supports. Not with disgust or pity, but with interest. Like she was trying to solve a puzzle. For the first time in many years, Neve felt seen. Not as a broken princess, not as a duty or a problem, but as a person worth looking at. Neve straightened her back. Maybe this trip would be different after all. I am Princess Neve of the Lyrian Empire, she said through her translator. I bring a warning of war. Lieutenant Olivia Reeves stood straight as the alien ship landed. After 15 years in Earth's United Defense Force, she had seen many strange things. But this was her first time meeting aliens. Real aliens from another world. The ship door opened with a soft hiss. Bright light came from inside. Then they appeared, tall figures with skin that changed colors like moving rainbows. Their bodies were thin but strong-looking. They moved with a grace that no human could match, but it was the smaller figure in the middle that caught Olivia's eye. Unlike the others, this alien did not have changing skin. Hers stayed a pale blue color. She sat in a floating chair and wore metal supports on her legs and back. A princess, they had been told. The alien princess wore a simple silver dress and a small crown on her head. Her purple eyes seemed to look right through Olivia. I am Princess Neve of the Lyrian Empire, the small alien said through a device that changed her words to English. I bring a warning of war. The room became noisy at once. Admiral Patel, the head of Earth's space defense, tried to keep everyone calm. The alien princess made a picture appear in the air. It showed Earth's solar system and many large ships coming toward it. These are the Kiriki, Princess Neve said. They eat worlds. They will reach Earth in 14 days. Eat worlds? Someone asked. What does that mean? The Kiraki are not like us or you, the princess explained. They do not want to talk or trade. They eat everything on a planet. Plants, animals, people, even dirt and rock. They leave nothing behind. Admiral Patel looked worried. Why would your people warn us we have nothing to offer you? One of the tall aliens with the rainbow skin spoke up. The Emperor is generous. He offers limited help to your world. Olivia watched the princess closely. Something seemed wrong. The princess did not look at the tall alien when he spoke. In fact, the princess seemed upset by his words. Later, after the first meeting, Olivia found herself alone with the alien princess. They were in a small room where the humans had prepared food and drinks for their guests. May I ask you something, Your Highness? Olivia said. The princess looked surprised. Her purple eyes widened. You may. Your guards don't seem to be protecting you from us. They seem to be watching you, making sure you don't say too much. Why? The princess was quiet for a long time. Then she touched her metal leg supports. Because I am broken. My words have no value to my people. Broken? Olivia asked, because you need help walking? No. Because I cannot glow? My people talk with light from their skin. I cannot make this light. I was born without this ability. I must use this device to talk. She touched the small machine at her throat. Olivia nodded slowly. On Earth, we have people born with different abilities too. We don't call them broken anymore. Your people are young but wise, the princess said. She looked around to make sure they were alone. Lieutenant Reeves, your people are in more danger than my guards have said. The Karaki are coming faster than we thought. And my father, he will not send real help. Why not? Olivia asked. Earth is not important to the Empire. You have no special metals, no advanced knowledge. Saving you costs money and ships. My father sent me only because I am useless for real work. Olivia felt angry hearing this. So we're just supposed to let these Karaki eat our world? No, the princess said, her voice stronger now. I will not let that happen. The Karaki ate my mother's world. I was 10 years old. I heard the screams as our ships left, too late to save everyone. Her purple eyes seemed to glow with feeling. I have a gift. My people think I am broken because I cannot glow. But this same problem gives me a different ability. I can feel the Karaki moving through space. I can sense where they will appear before they do. That sounds useful, Olivia said. Why don't your people use this gift? They do not believe me. A broken princess cannot have valuable gifts. The princess looked down at her hands. Also, using this gift causes me pain. My brain was not made for it. Olivia stepped closer. Show me what you can do. I want to see everything. For the first time, the princess smiled. It was a small smile, but it changed her whole face. You are the first person who has ever asked to see my gift instead of telling me to hide it. The princess closed her eyes. Her face showed pain. Then a picture appeared in the air above her hands. It showed ships moving through space, but not normal space. They moved through something that looked like water made of stars. This is subspace, the princess said, her voice tight with pain. The Karaki use it to travel faster than light. I can see them there. Right now, they are here. She pointed to a spot not far from Neptune. That's much closer than your guard said, Olivia noted. Yes, they will reach Earth in 7 days, not 14. The princess opened her eyes and the picture disappeared. If you wait for my father's help, you will all die. Olivia made a quick decision. Come with me. We need to talk to Admiral Patel right away. As they left the room, the princess's guards appeared, blocking their way. The princess needs rest, one said, his skin flashing with angry red colors. No, Princess Nevi said firmly. I need to speak with the human leaders. Now. The guards looked at each other. Their skin flashed with colors that Olivia could not understand. They were talking without words. The Emperor's orders were clear, the head guard said. Limited help only. The Emperor is not here, the princess said. I am, and I say we will help these humans fully. The guards did not move. Olivia reached for her weapon slowly. Please, the princess said, her voice softer now. Marn, you served my mother. Would she want another world to die like hers did? The head guard's skin flashed with blue and green colors. Sadness, maybe? He stepped aside. You have 1 hour, princess. Then we return to the ship. The princess nodded. Thank you. As they walked quickly to the meeting room, Olivia felt respect, growing for this small alien with the metal supports. She might be seen as broken by her own people, but she had a strong spirit. Your Highness, Olivia said as they walked. If your people won't help us, what can we do? Call me Nevi, the princess said. And there is a way. But it will not be easy, and it will change both of us forever. What way? Olivia asked. A bond, Nevi said. My people can form mental connections with others. Usually only with other Lyrians. Never with other species. But I think it might work with you. Why me? Because you saw me, Neve said simply. Not as a broken thing. Not as a useless princess. You saw me as a person with a gift. They reached the meeting room door. Inside, Earth's leaders waited, not knowing their planet had only 7 days left. What would this bond do? Olivia asked quickly. It would let me share my gift with you. You could see what I see, feel what I feel, know what I know about the Kirakie. It would give your people a chance to fight. And what would it do to you? Nevi looked surprised at the question. No one has asked me that before. It would be painful. Using my gift already hurts. Sharing it would hurt more. But I am willing. Olivia nodded slowly. Let's talk to the Admiral. If this bond is our best chance, I'm willing too. They walked into the room together, a human soldier and an alien princess, both about to suggest something that had never been done before. The Kirakie arrived exactly when Neve and Olivia said they would. Their huge ships broke through into normal space right where the bond had shown them. But for the first time ever, Earth was ready. The United Defense Force ships waited in perfect position. As soon as the first Kirakie ship appeared, Earth's ships fired all weapons. The surprise attack worked. The giant enemy ship shuddered under the assault. On board the UDF flagship Guardian, Olivia and Neve worked together in the command center. They stood side by side at a large round table that showed a map of the battle. Olivia wore her lieutenant's uniform. Neve wore a simple blue dress that matched her skin. Her metal supports had been adjusted by Earth's engineers to be lighter and more comfortable. Through their bond, Olivia could feel Neve sensing the movement of the Kirakie ships through subspace. It was like having a sixth sense, knowing where something was without seeing it. They're changing course, Neve said suddenly. Her hands moved over the map. 3 more ships will appear here near Earth's moon in 6 minutes. Admiral Patel nodded. Delta Squad, reposition to these coordinates. She looked at Olivia. Lieutenant, can you confirm? Olivia closed her eyes, focusing on the strange feeling in her mind. Through the bond, she could see what Neve saw, the dark shapes moving through the star-filled water of subspace. Confirmed, she said. And there's something else. The first ship we damaged is leaking energy into subspace. It's disturbing their communications. They're confused. Good, Admiral Patel said with a grim smile. That gives us an advantage. A young officer ran up to the command table. Admiral, we've received a message from the Lyrian Empire. Their fleet has entered our solar system. Neve's face showed surprise. My father sent ships? He said he wouldn't. The officer looked uncomfortable. The message says they're coming to retrieve Princess Nevaeh and offer limited assistance against the Kirakie. Olivia felt a spike of fear through the bond. Not her fear, Nevaeh's. They found out about the bond. Neve said quietly. They're not coming to help. They're coming to take me back. Admiral Patel frowned. You're our key to fighting the Kirakie. We can't let them take you. They won't ask permission, Neve said. In their eyes, I'm property of the Empire. And now I've done something no Lyrian has ever done, bonded with another species. They'll see it as contamination. Olivia stepped closer to Neve. We won't let them take you. We can worry about the Lyrians later, Admiral Patel said. Right now, we need to focus on the Kirakie. How long until the next ships appear? Neve turned back to the map, but Olivia could feel her worry through the bond. 2 minutes. They'll come through here and here. The battle raged for hours. Every time the Kirakie ships appeared, Earth's forces were waiting. The bond gave them an advantage no one had ever had against the Kirakie before. But the enemy had so many ships and Earth's forces were taking damage. By the 6th hour, Olivia noticed Neve was getting weaker. The princess's skin had turned a paler blue, almost white. Through the bond, Olivia could feel her pain growing. You need to rest, Olivia said quietly while Admiral Patel was talking to other officers. I can't, Neve replied. If I stop sensing them, your ships won't know where to be. You're hurting yourself. It doesn't matter. This is more important than my comfort. Olivia wanted to argue, but a new feeling came through the bond. Determination stronger than steel. Neve would not stop, no matter what Olivia said. At least sit down, Olivia said, pulling a chair over. Neve sat gratefully. As she did, blood began to trickle from her nose. One of the medical officers noticed and hurried over with a cloth. "Your neural implants are overheating," the doctor said, scanning Neve with a small device. "You need to stop using them." "I can't," Neve said simply. The doctor looked at Olivia for help, but Olivia could feel Neve's resolve. It would be like trying to move a mountain. "Just help her manage the pain," Olivia said, "and keep monitoring her condition." As the battle entered its 8th hour, the Lyrian fleet arrived. 5 large ships, beautiful and deadly, took position near Earth's moon. They did not join the fight against the Kiraki. They just waited. "They're watching to see if we win or lose," Neve said bitterly. "If we win, they'll claim they helped. If we lose, they'll save themselves and leave Earth to die." A message came from the lead Lyrian ship. A tall Lyrian man with skin that flashed with gold and red colors appeared on the screen. "I am Commander Vax of the Lyrian Empire," he said. "I demand the return of Princess Neve immediately. She has broken our most sacred laws by forming a bond with a non-Lyrian." Admiral Patel stepped forward. "Commander, we are in the middle of fighting for our survival. Princess Neve is helping us defeat the Kiraki. We cannot spare her at this time." The commander's skin flashed angry red. "The princess is imperial property. She will be returned or we will take her by force." "Imperial property?" Olivia said, angrily. "She's a person, not a thing." Commander Vax ignored her. "Admiral, you have 1 hour to send the princess to our ship. After that, we will consider it an act of war." The screen went dark. Admiral Patel looked troubled. "We can't fight the Lyrians and the Kiraki at the same time," she said. "You won't have to," Neve said. "I'll go." "No." Olivia felt panic rising. "They'll punish you for the bond. They might even—" She couldn't finish the thought, but through the bond, Neve understood. They might kill her for bonding with a human. "It doesn't matter," Neve said. "What matters is stopping the Kiraki. My people won't help you fight, but they won't stop you either. If I refuse to go, they might." "There has to be another way," Olivia insisted. Before they could argue more, alarms sounded throughout the ship. An officer ran to the command table. "Admiral, the Kiraki are changing tactics. They're sending 20 ships through at once. They'll be here in 3 minutes." Neve gasped. Through the bond, Olivia felt a surge of pain as the princess pushed her gift harder, trying to sense all 20 ships at once. "Where will they appear?" Admiral Patel demanded. Neve tried to speak but couldn't. Blood now flowed freely from her nose and ears. Her eyes rolled back in her head. "Neve!" Olivia caught the princess as she started to fall. "Medical officer, we need help here." But even as Neve's body failed, her mind reached out through the bond. Olivia gasped as information flooded into her. She saw all 20 Kiraki ships, their positions, their exit points. "There!" Olivia pointed to the map with her free hand, still holding Neve with the other. "They'll come through in a circle around Earth. They're trying to surround us." Admiral Patel began giving orders, repositioning Earth's fleet. Medical officers rushed to help Neve, who was now unconscious. "Get her to medical bay," one doctor ordered. "No," Olivia said. "Keep her here. I need to stay at the command table and I need her close to maintain the bond." The doctors looked unhappy but set up emergency medical equipment right there in the command center. They put Neve on a stretcher and connected her to machines that beeped and hummed. Olivia stood at the command table, her mind split between the battle and her concern for Neve. Through the bond, she could still sense the Kiraki, but it was harder now, like looking through foggy glass. "Her neural implants are failing," a doctor reported. "Her brain can't handle the strain." "What happens if they fail completely?" Admiral Patel asked. "Best case? She loses consciousness for a while. Worst case? Brain damage or death." Olivia felt cold fear. "Can we do anything to help her?" "We're trying, but Lyrian biology is not like ours. Her body is fighting to heal itself, but the bond is taking too much energy." Through the bond, Olivia felt a faint thought from Neve. Not words exactly, but a feeling. Keep going. Don't stop. The 20 Karaki ships appeared exactly where Olivia had said they would. Earth's fleet was ready, but the battle was fierce. The Karaki had never used this tactic before. They were learning, adapting. They know about the bond, Olivia realized. They know we can sense them. They're trying to overwhelm us with numbers. Hour after hour, the battle continued. The Lyrian fleet still waited, watching. Their 1-hour deadline had passed, but they made no move to attack. Perhaps they were too interested in seeing how the battle would end. By the 16th hour, both Olivia and Nevaeh were at their limits. Nevaeh remained unconscious, kept alive by machines. Olivia stayed at the command table, passing on the fading information from the bond. Her head pounded with pain and her vision blurred at the edges. "Lieutenant, you need rest," Admiral Patel said. "You've been at this for almost a full day." "I can't rest," Olivia said. "If I do, we lose our advantage. If you collapse, we lose it anyway." Olivia knew the Admiral was right, but she could still feel Nevaeh's determination through the bond. If the princess wouldn't give up, neither would she. "Just a little longer," she said. "The Kiraki are slowing down. We've destroyed 8 of their ships. They've never lost that many before." Admiral Patel nodded reluctantly. 2 more hours. Then you rest even if I have to order you sedated." Those 2 hours made all the difference. The Kiraki, unused to losing ships, began to retreat. By the time Olivia finally allowed herself to be led to a bed next to Nevaeh in the medical bay, Earth had won its first victory against the Planet Eaters. 3 days had passed since the meeting with Earth's leaders. Olivia stood in front of Admiral Patel and 5 other high-ranking officers. They all looked worried and tired. They had spent days checking the alien princess's warning. Earth's long-range sensors had found the Kiraki ships. They were coming fast. "Lieutenant Reeves," Admiral Patel said, "you've spent the most time with Princess Nevaeh. Do you believe her plan can work?" Olivia took a deep breath. "Yes, sir, I do. The princess has a rare ability to sense the Kiraki through subspace. With this gift, we could know where they'll appear before they do. We could be ready for them." General Moore, a man with gray hair and a red face, banged his fist on the table. "This is crazy talk. You want to let an alien connect to your brain? How do we know this isn't some trick?" "If it was a trick, sir," Olivia said calmly, "why would the princess's own guards try to stop her from helping us? They wanted to give us just enough warning to save a few people, not enough to save Earth. Princess Nevaeh is going against her father's orders by offering this bond." Admiral Patel rubbed her eyes. She looked very tired. "What exactly is this bond? Explain it again." "It's both physical and mental," Olivia said. "The Lyrians can form neural connections with each other. It's how they share important information and form political alliances. Princess Nevaeh says it's never been done with a human before, but she believes it's possible." "And what happens to you?" asked Dr. Chen, the medical officer. "I would share the princess's ability to sense the Kiraki. I would know what she knows about them, their weaknesses, their attack patterns, everything. And the risks?" Dr. Chen pressed. Olivia hesitated. "The princess says the bond cannot be broken once formed, and there might be side effects. The human brain isn't designed for Lyrian neural patterns." The room was quiet for a long moment. Then Admiral Patel spoke. "Lieutenant, I cannot order you to do this. The risks are unknown. But I also cannot deny that we need every advantage against these Kiraki. Earth's entire defense fleet couldn't stop even one of their ships based on the scans we've taken." Olivia stood straighter. "I volunteer, Admiral. I've thought about this carefully. If the bond gives us a chance to save Earth, I'm willing to take the risk." General Moore shook his head. "This is insane." "Maybe," Admiral Patel said. "But our options are limited. The evacuation ships can only take 1 million people at most. Earth has 8 billion. She looked at Olivia. "You have my permission, Lieutenant. Dr. Chen will monitor the procedure." Olivia saluted. Thank you, Admiral. Later that evening, Olivia walked to the room where Princess Nevaeh waited. The room had been prepared with both human and Lyrian technology. Strange machines hummed along the walls. In the center stood 2 chairs facing each other. Nevaeh sat in one chair. She had removed her crown and changed into a simple white robe. Without her formal clothes, she looked smaller, more vulnerable. Her metal leg supports gleamed in the soft light. "Lieutenant Reeves," she said, looking up. "Your leaders agreed?" Olivia nodded. "Yes, and please call me Olivia." "Olivia," Nevaeh repeated as if testing the sound. "A nice name. Are you sure you want to do this? Once begun, the bond cannot be broken. Our minds will always be connected in some way." "I'm sure," Olivia said, sitting in the empty chair. "My planet needs this. But what about you? Won't you get in trouble for doing this without your father's permission?" Nevaeh's lips curved in a small smile. "I have been in trouble my whole life, just for existing. This at least is trouble for doing something right." Dr. Chen entered the room with 2 Lyrian medical workers. They carried devices that looked like silver crowns with many small wires. "We'll monitor both of you during the process," Dr. Chen explained. "If either of you shows signs of distress, we'll try to stop the bonding." "It cannot be stopped once it begins," one of the Lyrians said. "But we will try to make it as safe as possible." The silver crowns were placed on both Olivia's and Nevaeh's heads. Cool metal touched Olivia's skin. She felt her heart beating faster. "Are you afraid?" Nevaeh asked quietly. "A little," Olivia admitted. "Aren't you?" "I have been afraid my whole life," Nevaeh said. "This is the first time my fear feels worth it." The Lyrian medical workers attached wires to machines around the room. Dr. Chen checked Olivia's vital signs on a tablet. "Your heart rate is elevated but within normal range," she said. "Blood pressure slightly high, but that's expected." One of the Lyrians spoke in their language. Nevaeh answered, her voice musical without the translator. "What did they say?" Olivia asked. "They asked if I want to proceed, knowing that bonding with a non-Lyrian might damage my neural pathways further." Nevaeh's purple eyes held Olivia's gaze. "I said yes." Olivia felt a wave of respect for this alien princess, so different from her yet so brave. "Thank you for doing this." "No," Nevaeh said softly. "Thank you for asking. In my whole life, no one has ever asked if I wanted to form a bond. They either ordered me to or refused to consider it. You are the first to ask." The machines around them began to hum louder. The silver crown on Olivia's head grew warm. "We're ready to begin," Dr. Chen said. "Last chance to change your minds." Olivia looked at Nevaeh. The princess nodded slightly. "We're ready," Olivia said. "The bonding requires a formal request," one of the Lyrians explained. "In our culture, the person of higher rank must ask the person of lower rank." Nevaeh's face showed surprise. "But in this case, who is higher rank? I am a princess, but we are on Earth, not Lyria." The Lyrian medical worker looked uncomfortable. "You are royal blood, princess. Despite your condition, you outrank any human." Olivia saw anger flash in Nevaeh's eyes. "My condition has nothing to do with rank," the princess said sharply. "But if it must be me who asks, then so be it." She turned to Olivia, her expression softening. "Lieutenant Olivia Reeves of Earth, will you accept the bond I offer? Will you share my mind and my burden?" The words felt right, but something in Olivia rebelled at the idea of Nevaeh having to ask her. On a sudden impulse, she spoke. "Princess Nevaeh of the Lyrian Empire, will you bond with me? Will you share your gift and your strength with Earth?" The Lyrian medical workers gasped. One of them said something quickly in their language. The other hushed him. Nevaeh's eyes widened. Then slowly her pale blue skin began to glow. It was faint at first, then brighter. Not changing colors like the other Lyrians, but a steady, beautiful blue light. "Yes," Nevaeh whispered. "I will bond with you, Olivia of Earth." The machine surged with power. The silver crown on Olivia's head felt hot now. She wanted to pull it off, but her hands wouldn't move. Her vision blurred. Then suddenly she wasn't just in the room anymore. She was somewhere else too. Somewhere vast and strange. She could see stars, but not like normal stars. These moved, like fish in water, and among them dark shapes prowled. The Kiriki ships. She could feel them, sense their hunger, their mindless determination. Knowledge poured into her mind. The Kiriki weren't just aliens. They were something else entirely. They didn't think like humans or Lyrians. They didn't think at all, not really. They just consumed. And they had consumed worlds beyond counting. With the knowledge came pain. Her head felt like it would split open. She heard someone screaming and realized it was her own voice. Then a presence touched her mind. Gentle but strong. Neve. The princess was there with her, guiding her through the flood of information, showing her how to make sense of what she was seeing. Don't fight it, Neve's voice said in her mind. Let it flow through you. I am here. Olivia stopped struggling. She let the knowledge come. The pain lessened. She began to understand what she was seeing. The Kiraki moved in patterns. They weren't random. They followed rules, even if they didn't know it themselves. And with understanding came possibility. She could predict them. She could see where they would emerge from subspace. She could help Earth fight back. Slowly, the other reality faded. The room came back into focus. Olivia found herself still sitting in the chair, but she was leaning forward. Her forehead touched Neve's. Between them, a soft blue light pulsed. It's done, Dr. Chen said, sounding shocked. The bond is formed. Olivia pulled back slightly. Neve looked exhausted, her skin no longer glowing. Blood trickled from her nose. Are you okay? Olivia asked, concerned. Yes, Neve said. Are you? Olivia became aware of a strange feeling in her mind, a presence that wasn't her own. Neve. She could feel the princess's exhaustion, her pain, but also her fierce determination. I can feel you, Olivia said in wonder. In my mind. And I can feel you, Neve replied with a tired smile. You are very bright. Like sunshine, the Lyrian medical workers were checking Neve's vital signs, looking worried. Dr. Chen was doing the same for Olivia. Your brain activity is off the charts, Dr. Chen said. But otherwise you seem stable. How do you feel, Lieutenant? Admiral, Patel asked. Olivia hadn't even noticed her enter the room. Olivia thought for a moment. Different, but good. I can see them, Admiral. The Kiraki. I know where they're going to be. She turned to a nearby screen and pulled up a map of the solar system. Here, and here, she said, pointing to 3 spots near Mars. They'll come through at these points in 22 hours. Admiral Patel looked shocked. You're certain? Yes, Olivia and Neve said at the same time. They looked at each other in surprise, then smiled. 3 days after the battle, Olivia sat beside Neve's bed in the medical bay. The princess had not woken since collapsing during the fight. Her skin had turned an even paler blue, almost white. The machines keeping her alive beeped steadily. Through their bond, Olivia could still feel Neve's presence, but it was faint, like a whisper from far away. The doctors said the princess's neural implants had been badly damaged. Her brain was trying to heal itself, but they didn't know if she would ever wake up. You have to wake up, Olivia said softly, holding Neve's hand. You saved Earth. You should see how grateful everyone is. It was true. In just 3 days, Princess Neve had become a hero to the people of Earth. News of her sacrifice had spread quickly. People left flowers and gifts outside the medical bay doors. Children made drawings of a blue princess with a glowing heart. The door opened, and Admiral Patel walked in. She looked tired, but satisfied. Earth's fleet had chased the remaining Kiraki ships out of the solar system. For now, at least, the planet was safe. How is she? The Admiral asked. No change, Olivia said. The doctors say all we can do is wait. Admiral Patel nodded. I have news. The Lyrian ambassador is demanding a meeting with the United Earth Council. They still want the princess returned to them. Olivia felt a surge of anger. After everything she did for us? After her own people refused to help? I know. But the Lyrians are powerful. We can't afford to make enemies of them, especially with the Kiraki still out there. What will the council decide? The admiral's face grew serious. They're meeting now. I think they'll try to find a compromise, but Lieutenant, there's something else you should know. Olivia looked up, worried by the admiral's tone. The Lyrians claim that the bond between you and the princess is dangerous. They say it goes against their most sacred laws. They want to break it. Olivia's hand tightened around Neve's. Break it? How? Neve said the bond couldn't be broken. According to the Lyrian ambassador, there is a way, but it's dangerous. It could damage both your minds, and they would only do it after taking the princess back to their world. Fear rose in Olivia's chest. Through the bond, she felt Neve's presence flutter, as if responding to her emotion. They can't have her, Olivia said firmly. She chose to help us. She chose the bond. It should be her choice what happens next. Admiral Patel looked sympathetic. I agree, but the final decision rests with the council. I've been asked to bring you to the meeting. They want to hear from you directly about the bond. Olivia didn't want to leave Neve's side, but she knew this was important. I'll come, but I need a few minutes first. After the admiral left, Olivia leaned close to Neve. I have to go for a little while, but I'll be back and I'll fight for you. No one is taking you anywhere unless it's what you want. She thought she felt a slight pressure on her hand, but when she looked down, Neve hadn't moved. The council meeting was held in a large room with tall windows that showed the blue sky outside. 12 council members sat at a curved table. Opposite them stood 3 Lyrians, their skin flashing with colors as they spoke among themselves. Olivia entered, with Admiral Patel. All eyes turned to her. She could feel their curiosity and, from the Lyrians, their disgust. They saw the bond as something dirty, unnatural. Lieutenant Reeves, Council President Garcia said, "Thank you for coming. We're discussing the status of Princess Neve. The Lyrian ambassador has made it clear they expect her to be returned to her people." The tallest Lyrian stepped forward. His skin flashed with gold and purple colors. Princess Neve is of royal blood. Her place is with her own kind. The bond she formed with this human was a mistake, a result of her defective nature. Olivia felt anger rise in her. There was nothing defective about the princess's decision. She chose to help Earth when her own people wouldn't. She nearly died to save us. Her actions were not sanctioned by the Emperor, the ambassador said coldly. She will face judgment for her disobedience when she returns. Judgment? Olivia asked. What does that mean? The ambassador's skin flashed red. That is not your concern, human. President Garcia raised a hand. Please, let's stay focused. Lieutenant Reeves, can you tell us about this bond? How does it work? Is it permanent? Olivia thought carefully before answering. The bond connects our minds. I can sense what the princess senses, especially her ability to detect the Kiraki in subspace. It's how we were able to predict their movements and win the battle. She paused. Princess Neve told me the bond cannot be broken once formed. The princess is mistaken, the Lyrian ambassador said. There is a way to break the bond, though it is rarely done. It requires specialized equipment and skilled mind healers, which we have on our homeworld. And what would breaking the bond do to Neve? To Lieutenant Reeves? Admiral Patel asked. The ambassador hesitated. There would be side effects, memory loss perhaps, some neural damage, but the princess would recover in time. And the lieutenant? President Garcia pressed. We cannot predict how a human mind would respond. It has never been done before. Olivia stepped forward. I don't want the bond broken, and I don't believe Neve does either. She knew the risks when she offered it. The Lyrian ambassador's skin flashed with angry colors. What the princess wants is irrelevant. She belongs to the Empire. She doesn't belong to anyone, Olivia said, her voice rising. She's a person, not property. Before the argument could continue, the door burst open. A medical officer rushed in, looking excited. Lieutenant Reeves, the princess is awake. She's asking for you. Olivia turned to President Garcia. I need to go to her. The president nodded. We'll continue this discussion later. For now, the princess remains under Earth's protection. The Lyrian ambassador started to protest, but Olivia was already running from the room. When she reached the medical bay, Olivia found Neve sitting up in bed. The princess looked weak but alert. Her purple eyes brightened when she saw Olivia. You're awake, Olivia said, rushing to her side. Through the bond, she could feel Neve's presence much stronger now, like a warm light in her mind. Yes, Neve said, her voice weak. I heard you through the bond. You were fighting for me. Of course I was. Your people want to take you back and break our bond. Neve's face showed no surprise. I expected that. The bond is sacred to my people. To share it with another species is unthinkable to them. What do you want? Olivia asked. If you want to go home, I won't stop you. Neve looked down at her hands. Home? I have never had a home. Not really. In the palace, I was hidden away, a shame to my family. On diplomatic missions, I was just a tool, used and then put back, in storage. She looked up at Olivia. For the first time in my life, someone asked what I wanted instead of telling me. You asked if I would bond with you. No one had ever given me a choice before. And now you have another choice, Olivia said. Stay on Earth or return to Lyria. Neve's eyes filled with tears. Can I really stay? Would your people accept me? Are you kidding? You're a hero here. Everyone knows what you did to save Earth. As if to prove her point, the door opened and a small group of children came in, led by a nurse. They carried drawings and small gifts. When they saw Neve was awake, their eyes widened with excitement. Princess Neve, you're awake, one little girl said. We made these for you. She held up a drawing of a blue figure standing next to a person in a uniform. Both had big smiles. Thank you, Neve said, her voice soft with wonder. She took the drawing with trembling hands. The children gave her their gifts, drawings, a small stuffed animal, a bracelet made of colorful beads. Each one thanked her for saving Earth. None of them stared at her metal supports or seemed to notice she was different. After the children left, Neve looked at Olivia with amazement. They don't see me as broken. Because you're not, Olivia said simply. The door opened again. This time, President Garcia and Admiral Patel entered, followed by the Lyrian ambassador. The ambassador's skin flashed angry colors when he saw Neve sitting up. Princess, he said stiffly, I have come to escort you back to the fleet. The Emperor has ordered your return. Neve's hand found Olivia's and squeezed it. Through the bond, Olivia felt her fear, but also a new, strong determination. Ambassador Trell, Neve said formally, please tell my father that I thank him for his concern. However, I will not be returning to Lyria. The ambassador's skin flashed with shock. This is not a request, Princess. It is an imperial command. I am of royal blood, Neve said, her voice growing stronger. And I am of age to make my own choices. By our own laws, I can choose my place of residence after my 25th cycle. I am now in my 27th. But the bond, the ambassador sputtered. It is against our most sacred traditions. Traditions change, Neve said. They must or we die. The Kiraki are coming, not just for Earth, but for all worlds. We need new ideas, new alliances to fight them. President Garcia stepped forward. The United Earth Council has voted. We offer Princess Neve permanent residence on Earth and the position of Special Ambassador to the Lyrian Empire. She will be Earth's voice to your people. The ambassador's skin flashed with too many colors to follow. He seemed speechless.